sense walking down when you can slide.
What's with Canada? We got great big cities, but a lot of trees and rocks. Yeah, the winter's cold here. Wear 2 pairs of socks. There's half the world's fresh water to paddle your canoe or camp along the shore.
Welcome to the channel. My name's Gerald, and this is Trekking with Taz. Today we are headed up Lucille Mountain in McBride, British Columbia. Due to other commitments, this will be an afternoon trek up the mountain, and we'll trek along as many ridges as we can, but we will obviously leave a few to be explored later. The goal was to see what access we could find to Chevron Peak and Chevron Glacier, so we'll use every moment of light, as you will see, to explore as far as we can for a future endeavor. You will soon see that the views over Lucille Mountain are absolutely world-class, glacier after glacier. Very beautiful back there. This hike has a whole lot to offer for a reasonable amount of work. So let's get on with it and have a look at it.
We're going to go up Lucille today. Never been here. We'll park the truck there. See a sign up there that says trail. And get to the other side of this clear cut, and then we'll start climbing. Not sure what we're up against. Find out shortly. This is kind of what the road looks like going up from where we parked. Definitely at this point, high clearance 4x4 vehicle could make it up here. Haven't seen anything that you couldn't get up. We could have got with the truck, but we had no idea what we were up against, so we're hiking it instead. We're about, I guess, 2/3 of the way up the road, or trail, whatever you want to call it, from the vehicle. Somebody else has come up quite a ways. It's definitely still doable, but it takes a lot of picking and stuff. So over there is Bell Mountain. We should get better views of that. It's coming up soon, but we're getting up there. On Big Bell, and those are the glaciers. When I crested the ridge on the other side, that's the glaciers I was sitting looking at. Absolutely beautiful over there. And we're up high enough now that we're getting the same view. It's fantastic. Okay, get to this spot on the road. BC Forest Service rec trail. So we're guessing that's the upper parking spot they talk about. And you can make it there. Just be prepared. 4-wheel drive, high clearance, take your time. Otherwise park down where we did and walk up. At this point, just guessing this may be the upper parking area. There's some signage here. It's a few kilometers, maybe 2.5, maybe 3 up from where we parked. But the road still carries on, so not really sure yet. Let's see what the sign says. This talks about fragile alpine environment. Please do not use motor vehicles. May to use motorbikes beyond this point during snow-free periods. So yeah, this is the end of the road for motorized vehicles. From here you have to walk, and literally you can get here with a 4x4 with some clearance and a little careful driving. Anyway, on and up. Now we're just seeing the snowmobile hut now, so that's got to be Lucille right there behind us, and we're going up over there shortly. But I'm not sure how long it took us to get up here. A little while though. It's a little bit of a climb. A close up of the snowmobile cabin. We'll be heading up shortly. So everything kind of starts here. Excellent. A little bit of a view from behind the cabin. It's going to be wicked once we get up a little higher, for sure. I'm getting on towards the top. And this is the views that we have from up here. Pretty spectacular. See everything. I can only imagine when we hit the top what it's going to be like. Yeah, we're just coming to the top here. Should have a full 360 view before we carry on. Yeah, pretty nice. Pretty nice. Excellent. Yeah, that's the view. Yeah, we're going to start our ascent to Lucille here. Just finding a way across this little draw. And then up we'll go. Should have quite the view from up there. This looks like a little bit like looking off Berg Mountain down into the valley. Wow.
Boulder, similar to Boulder looking down.
Beauty. Yeah, crested the next ridge. Follow it along and up to the top of Lucille. And the goal will be to see how far a person can go past there. Be wonderful to get down towards Chevron Glacier. Don't know if that's doable today anyway. Might not have time, but look at the glaciers we're getting to. Wicked. Have to check them out on Peak Visor and see what they are. Who knows, maybe that's Chevron over there. You can see a road down in that valley down there, so there's some access down there. Not sure what road that is. I'll have to look at maps when I get home, but wow, that isn't phenomenal. All those glaciated mountains back there. That's every bit as cool as it gets in the national parks. And here we are, a couple hours of walking, and here we are. A little drive from Prince George, a couple hours of walking, and this is what you get to see. So close to home. Can only imagine what it's going to look like from the top. Yeah, getting up a little further up Lucille here. Pretty impressive. Couple of alpine lakes down there. Chown and Bess over there. Wonderful what you get to see when you get up. It's a boulder field going up Lucille the last ways. Pretty interesting. Kind of fun. Kind of not fun. Kind of both. But we're getting there. Oh, made a little more headway. It's a view from where I'm at now. And it doesn't look like we got too much further to go to hit the top. Mark will be there already, but a little slower than Mark. Should be there soon though. Okay, there's Mark. He's at the summit. You can see the post up there. We'll be there in a second. What a hike. Oh, and look at the views when you come over. Wow. Amazing. That has to be Chevron Peak, Chevron Glacier. It's everything I thought it would be. Don't know how much further we'll go to here from here, but certainly got to a place that we wanted to get to. And there's the post. There's the valley over there. MCBRIDE. Bell Mountain over there. Excellent. We're going to head on a little further, see if we can get some better views of Chevron. Pretty certain there's no way we can make it today. This is an afternoon hike. We didn't get started till the afternoon, so going to run out of daylight as it is. But we are going to see what we can see a little further on. We'll climb this ridge and I'll show you what we can see. Here we are cresting up on that next ridge. Great views of Chevron. And a short little stint to get up here from the other one. Wicked. There's another peak over there with a stake on it. Might try to make that one. We'll see. We'll talk about it. It's familiar. Just like being up on Baldy or Peak Hat, something like this. Anyway, here we go across this rock formation. Find our way up onto that next ridge over there. Keeping things interesting. Okay, we're moving on down and over towards Chevron. Sure, we won't make it that far today, but we will try and make that other ridge over there. And by then, likely we'll be headlamping back to the vehicle at some point. So that'll probably be the end of our day for us. We'll turn around there, start back, try and keep as much as the headlamping as possible on road as opposed to coming down one of these rock chutes or something. But whoa, so worth running down here this afternoon. You know, pretty interesting little rock ledge that we come over here. Kind of one of a kind. Liked it. Another ridge closer to Chevron. It's a little further around here than it looked, but stunning. It's certainly worth the walk. This is a place that'd be nice to come on a full day hike during the summer when you have a long day. And then these distances wouldn't seem so bad. But as you're trying to beat sunlight, it starts to become a bit of a rush to try and get here. Making the last assault on this peak here. Should be up there in 10 minutes. Mark went around, played in the snow, and he's coming up on a different chute. That's over where we come from. Now here we are at the top. It's looking back at Lucille. Down at MCBRIDE. And you get to see all this. Can't give you all the names, I don't have them, but other than Chevron. Yep, excellent day. Okay, we're on our way down. As you can see, the sun is getting low in the sky, and we got 7.5 kilometers, I think, back to the vehicle. We got to get around that mountain, so we got a little bit of work to do. So we're going to get moving. It's pretty cold. I think we're going to see snow up here next week. It's supposed to rain out this way, and up here it's definitely, that wind is below zero. So I think you will see this is going to get covered with snow real quickly, and it'll be the snowmobilers coming up here, not the hikers. Anyway, it's beautiful up here, considering. There's where we were just a couple minutes ago, very long and tall. Now we're just heading down through these rocks, and then we'll climb up Lucille, and then from there it's all downhill all downhill from there. Still quite a distance to go, but we might not have to spend too much time in the dark with headlamps. Doing pretty good here. A little bit of a scrambly section here in the rocks to get back through. Then we can climb back up to the last ridge. It's pretty cool in here though. Let's look at it. We're circling around here below the peak. We've already been there, and we've kind of got better walking here. Got out of the loose rock, the really bad loose rock. And yeah, we'll get around that knob over there. We'll be on our way down. All the way down from there. Yeah, we're almost around Lucille, and we'll lose this view soon enough. Pretty nice. Not too much work for a lot of reward. Breaking back into the other valley. Good luck at the mountains across the Robinson Valley. And that ridge down below, that's where we're headed. That's our last stint before we drop down to the cabin. Still can see Chevron Glacier back there. Beautiful mountains. She's a long way out and it's getting dark. So we'll catch as much of a view as we can, because there's little doubt it's going to get dark on us and we won't be able to see anything. But beauty.
The clouds even over there, eh?
This is just wicked out, and just as dark. This jet goes over the mountains and it leaves that stream. It's pretty cool, and you can see the sunset turning pink in the distance. Yeah, it's really nice. Trying to catch a little the dusk views. Mark and I both are trying to do that. So there's MCBRIDE down there. Lights are on in MCBRIDE already. Robinson Valley. Really, really cool. Yeah. We keep on keeping on. We should make the skidoo shack anyway before dark. Check out these big meadows down there. That's a grizzly meadow. It's the right time of day to see one on it, so kind of keep an eye open, see maybe we get lucky. Nothing that I can see offhand down there, but doesn't mean they aren't around. You can see the cabin down below. Should easily make that before dark. And then we'll see how far we get down the road in daylight. Might get a ways. We'll see. Well, there's the cabin. We're very close now, so we're still gonna have some daylight. It's gonna be touch and go, but we'll probably do most of the trek down in light without headlamps. We did really good because we sort of went across country. We'd already been all over the peaks, so we went around them coming back, and it probably saved us a bit of time. And now we're close to home. Not sure what you can see, it's dark out, but it's a nice pink sun over there in the ridge back there, down on the road now. Might make it to the vehicle. We've got at least a couple kilometers to go, but there's enough light that we don't need any headlamps yet, but it's getting dark. I'm not sure if the GoPro is allowing you to see anything, but it's kind of cool coming down at this time of night and see all the mountain shadows, a little bit of pink. Not very good seeing, but it's cool. And we're about 5 minutes from the truck, we figure. We did have to resort to headlamps. It was just getting a little bit too dark. But all in all, Pretty easy to go down here. Of course, got lots of light between us, so there's no need to go in the dark. Anyway, we'll talk to you when we get to the truck. Okay, not that much further, and there we are at the truck. It was a great trip. Lots of glaciers up there. Just fantastic. Had we had more time, I mean, we come here for an afternoon hike. It just didn't leave us enough time to go any further, but we got pretty close to the glaciers. It was great. So anyway, that's today. Time to go home.
To find Lucille Mountain Trailhead, whether you're coming from Jasper or from Prince George, you will turn south onto the main street of McBride. At the end of Main Street, you will turn left on First Avenue. You will follow First Avenue for a short ways, and then you will turn right underneath the railroad tracks under the railroad bridge. From here, it is about 2 kilometers where you turn left onto the Lucille Mountain Forest Service Road. You will come to a Y in the road. The left fork goes up to a cell tower. The right fork is the one you want to go on to go to the parking lot. There are quite a few different places to pull out and park if you're only one vehicle. We chose to go to about 7 kilometers, and there's a big spot to pull out there where several vehicles can, and that's where we stopped, although you can continue on from there. Anyone with a high clearance 4x4 can easily make it to about 10 kilometers. That's the end of the motorized trail, but that part of the trail is fine for a 4-wheel drive. I wouldn't take an SUV up there. Thanks for joining me in my trek up Lucille Mountain and peaks beyond. As you could tell, we were a little short on time to do everything that we would have liked to have done, but some fantastic views up there. Well worth the trip. On the other side of Chevron Peak is Eagle Valley Glacier, so if a person could find their way through there, it would be quite a beautiful trek to enjoy. The hiking we did would be considered moderate or a little heavy moderate. It is certainly not a tough hike, and most everybody could do it. As I've said many times, the McBride area never disappoints. If you got time, get down in the Robson Valley, McBride, Dunster, amazing trails. Well, that's it for this trek. Hope you enjoyed it. Come back and see what we are up to next. Haven't got a plan yet, but I'm sure I'll have one soon. Thanks for coming along.